Hello, it's Daniel, and I want to welcome you once again to your weekly Angel Oracle card reading. Now, these readings have evolved into a little more than just angel cards. We begin each week now with an angel number, as well as a numerology number, to give us a little idea of what we need to look for and what we're working with as we go through the week. I've liked the way this has run these last couple of weeks. It definitely has seemed to give a little insight, and as we're going through these readings, it kind of makes more sense as we move through the 3 cards for the week. So for now, they haven't told me to change anything, so it looks like this is how we're doing it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like it, and it's a nice accompaniment to the standard 3 card reading. And again, I always welcome your input, and you can please feel free to leave input in the comments or reach out to me directly. So let's move on and see what they have for us this week. So we begin with the angel number reading. Now, for those of you who do not know, I derive the angel number from the 3 card reading that I draw from the deck. In this case, the number was 562. And 562 reads, "Trust that you can improve in all areas, including your finances, home life, and career. Your faith opens new doors of opportunity." Strong message in line with the things we've been getting over these last couple of weeks about manifestation, trusting in the plan. But more than that, it's having faith inspires you. It inspires you to take a chance. It inspires you to go the extra yard. When you have a strong faith or a strong belief in anything, it doesn't have to be religious. If you just believe in yourself, which is really what this is asking us to do, you seem to have more confidence and more courage to take a hold of opportunities, to create opportunities where you otherwise wouldn't. If your confidence and self-esteem, if all that resonates at a lower vibration, it's harder for you to create these opportunities, and more importantly, seize these opportunities, to have the courage to do that, to move forward and grab it. So the reminder as we move through this week, you're getting a feeling of the vibration, is that it's about trust in the plan, trust in understanding that you are in control of your own reality, and it's up to you to believe and have that strong faith and believe it to be true, that you are powerful, that you are good enough, that you are going to be receiving these opportunities, and that you are capable of meeting the demand and meeting the expectations. And when you believe that, it's going to help to manifest it, not only fully, but in a more rapid process. So that brings us to the numerology portion that I've been doing now. Now, the interesting thing is that, numerologically speaking, those angel numbers, the 5, 6, and 2, break down to 13, which you would normally then reduce onto numerology 4. Numerology, in the Pythagorean science of it, doesn't really recognize 13 as a master number or something that doesn't get reduced. When I did the math and I got the 13, I felt very strongly to leave the 13 as 13. Though in traditional numerology, it's not recognized as having a meaning. In this deck of numerology cards that I have, that I use to illustrate the numbers for these readings, in fact, did contain a 13. It contains many numbers up into the 90s. And I just felt very strongly I should leave it. And when I looked, sure enough, there was a card 13, which we see here, effort. So I found that to be, I very strongly felt I was led to leave it as 13. And then that was, I guess I should say, confirmed when I saw that the 13 card did in fact exist, and that the message for the number 13 was effort. So again, that goes back to these opportunities we're seeking this week. It's about putting out that effort. It's putting out the effort to make it happen. Sitting back and believing in yourself brings those opportunities, but then you have to make the effort to release what's holding you back, to drop the ties that are going to allow you to move forward, and put the effort out to seize the opportunities that you're manifesting with your trust and belief. So I thought it was a amazing little kind of tidbit when I felt strongly that the 13, to leave it as 13, and then to see the card in that deck and have the meaning be effort. Those little things amaze me. It may mean nothing to you, but it really amazes me when that stuff happens. So again, we're looking at the vibration for the week, reminding us that we have to put out the effort to make things happen. So as we begin the week here, we see 5 of Michael. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Perfectly fits into the angel number as well as numerology for the week. It's, again, releasing the attachment to the outcome. So often we see that term, the situation doesn't serve you, to release it. Let go and of the things that are bringing you down, that bring you negative energy. But in this particular case, they are specifically talking about your definition of the outcome. As you're making these strives, you're making these efforts, it's like you're getting into a place where you have a specific goal or a specific vision of what that goal should look like. However, we may achieve what is intended for us and what is wanted for us and what actually the goal that we want, but if it doesn't look like the way we imagined it, we don't even understand that we're there. We can't even we can't accept it because it's not what we envisioned. And we all want what we envision or how we picture things to be, but unfortunately that's not always how the world works. The success that you have isn't ranked on how well it fit into your definition of what it should look like, but it's about being where it is you ask to be. If you ask for abundance, you should be cautious in saying, but I want the abundance to come with this many 20s and that many hundreds and that many 10s and this many 1s. Because it could come in a different combination, and if it doesn't fit what you defined it to be, you may not realize it came or that the opportunity is there, and I just got a bell. So that's a kind of an offshoot of an example, but I was just trying to make the point about, put out in the universe. It's about this manifestation. It's believing and trusting, but then trust it's going to come. But don't limit yourself by defining how it's going to come, when it's going to come, why it's going to come. Just put it out there and be open to receive it and accept it in any way, shape, or form that it comes. Now, as we're moving through the week, we see a shift in the energy a little bit. And here we have 6 of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. So the week began with the kind of the energy of struggling to maybe get somewhere or to create or find an opportunity. And now that moving through towards the end of the work week, we see that it's already working. You've put the stones in motion, I want to say. I don't know why I'm using those words. It's the words I was given. But you set the ball in motion is how I know the reference. You set the ball in motion. You put it out into the universe, and now you have to kind of let it marinate until the universe processes it and hands it back to you. So you've done a good job at trusting it and believing it and setting these things up. Now it's time to release that, let the universe do what it must with it, and move on to the next phase or the next project or whatever else you have to get in order to make this dream a reality. Again, the energy for the week numerologically speaking, I don't know why I have trouble with that word. In terms of numerology, the energy for the week, again, is telling us about effort. We have to exert the effort to make it happen. And they're recognizing, they're giving us the recognition that you've put out the effort, but it's your job's not done yet. That's phase 1. Now it's time to move on. This card also refers to awards, scholarships, and promotions. So in your life outside of this particular endeavor, this opportunity creation that you're working on, you may see something either directly related to this or from another source where your efforts are being recognized. So keep an eye out for that. And that's not really an ego thing. It's more a thing of the universe letting you know that they are acknowledging, they're recognizing that you are putting out these efforts, and this is how they communicate with us through signs and symbols, synchronicities, to kind of keep that uplifting energy going, as stated by the last card, that keeping that uplifting approach. So that's where we're moving through. And again, these are relative time frames. If it's happening for you on a different time frame, you're not doing anything wrong. These are just the time frames that I set forth, and how they play out for you personally will be a little different. But this is what we're seeing towards the second half of the work week. Okay, so moving through the weekend, relatively speaking, once again, I feel like I have to keep reminding and repeating myself, because this is new, the way every time they have me do something different and they explain something different, I feel like I have to keep re-explaining it myself so that everyone's on the same page. Anyway, moving into the relative weekend time span here, we see two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. And this is the card two of Raphael. And Raphael, in traditional tarot, or even the angel tarot, is the cups. It's emotions. It's how we relate to each other on an emotional basis. So we've seen this before in these past few weeks. It's a lot of these opportunities and these, whether it be careers or personal opportunities for you to pursue personal journeys or romantic journeys. A lot of these opportunities are coming from loved ones. Oftentimes we'll see this manifesting as you and a partner starting your own business or taking a new endeavor together. And it may not be your romantic partner. It could be a friend. It could be a sibling or a relative. But it's recognizing that it's kindred spirits, which means you guys have a soul connection, like soulmates, if you're more familiar with that term. Soulmate doesn't always have to be the person that you're in love with or that you marry to. A soulmate in a certain lifetime could be a spouse, and another lifetime may be your sister or your brother or one of your best friends. So it's that kindred spirits, which is a more generic term for it, because people, when you hear soulmate, think about a love partnership. So we're seeing this, and the vibration, I feel, is very much in a duality. It's telling us about, it's recognizing that we're joining forces in this endeavor to create this new reality. But at the same time, there's a resistance there. There is maybe the person you're joining up with has a tendency of letting you down or giving up or falling behind. And they're reminding us gently and in a positive, loving way to not give up on those you love. If they're a kindred spirit or a soulmate, regardless of how much they fail or disappoint you or fall behind or hold you back, it's one of those things where there's a purpose behind it. If they are truly your kindred spirit, if they are truly your soulmate, and the creative journey you're on to manifest something together, everything has divine timing. So sometimes those fall behinds and sometimes those roadblocks or diversions that are caused by someone who we feel maybe don't work as hard as us or distracts us, they're there for a reason. Those things keep the timing, because if you were left to run with the ball, you would probably be getting, as they say, the cart in front of the horse. You're ready to go. You're ready to get things moving. But divine timing dictates that maybe it's not quite right yet. Maybe there's still a little bit of work that needs to be done. So this partnership that we have helps keep us in balance. We balance them, they balance us. And it really helps us work out that divine timing. Because sometimes we're ready to just go full steam ahead, but those little diversions and those little setbacks that maybe seem so frustrating have to be looked at as more of a timing issue. Well, the timing's not quite right. The universe is still working on something. So take that setback or take that time out as an opportunity to let things process, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But it's still a positive thing. I'm not saying that everyone out there is going to be having setback issues. The vibration of that card very much came across to me as a duality. It's a partnership and creating this new reality together, but at the same time, it felt like there would be, maybe some of the partnerships you guys are experiencing out there is, I don't want to use the word love hate, but there's problems there. There's problems will arise as they usually do in a relationship because people have different opinions of how things should be done. So just keep that in mind to be gentle with your partner, whether it be a romantic partner, a family member, or friend that you may be trying to create these opportunities with in a partnership, to be gentle with each other and understand that as redundant as it is, the old term, everything happens for a reason, it truly does. And oftentimes it has to do with divine timing. Things aren't there's another bell. Things aren't perfectly aligned how they should be just yet, and it's a way to slow you down so that, everything meets up exactly how it should. So that'll wrap us up for one more week. I will remind you all to tune in. On January 1st, I will be doing a recording. It'll be the forecast for the year. Now, as I originally announced, I would be doing the year reading on January 1st, as well as a channeling for the message of the energy. But the channeling came earlier, so that was actually a part of last week's angel card reading. So anybody who missed that, you may want to go back and watch that. That was the reading for, what was that, December 22nd, I believe. That's when the channeling about the year's energy came through. So January 1st, it'll just be the yearly reading. We'll just kind of do a numerology for it, and maybe draw a card for every month. It's traditional style yearly forecast and see how the year feels. And then I should also then on Sunday resume the normal weekly readings. So again, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you got something from this. And as always, you're welcome to reach out to me at Daniel@AdvancedAngelCards.com or on the Facebook page, facebook.com/AdvancedAngelCards. Feel free either to comment or send me a private message if you need be. And the website, AdvancedAngelCards.com, has been updated. The promotional pricing has ended. And Eileen, Mandy, and myself are all doing readings at the back to normal rates now. So if everybody was looking to get a gift or a gift certificate, the promotional rates have ended and we're back to our normal rates now. Okay, everybody have a blessed week, and I will see you January 1st.